If you say that God created everything, this one God, according to the Christians, you people claim that this one God in your book created everything in 7 days, and it's beautiful. It was beautiful when he created it. Why then did this God choose a particular people to be destroying the things, the beautiful things that he claimed that he created? How could a father choose a particular people to destroy other people? What kind of God is this? What kind of love is this? I want to take you to the book of Deuteronomy. You see this part of the Bible, they don't read it in church. They don't read it. They won't preach about this in the church, because this shows the evil side of your God, and which they don't want to admit that this God is evil. Now in the book of Deuteronomy 20 verses 10, concerning the war, go and read it, but I want to start from verses 10. It says, when you go to attack a city, first give its people a chance to surrender. If they open the gates and surrender, they are all to become your slaves and do forced labor for you. If they surrender, they are all to become your slaves and do forced labor for you. God is even in support of slavery. This is why I told you that the slave and the master cannot serve the same God. Whose prayer is being answered? If they surrender, take them as your slave, so that they will be doing forced labor for you. Then verses 12 say, but if the people of that city will not surrender, but choose to fight, surround it with your army. If they don't want to surrender, if they choose to fight back, surround them with your army. Then verses 13 say, then when the Lord your God lets you capture the city, kill every man in it. Verses 13 say, then when the Lord your God lets you capture the city, kill every man in it. You may, however, take for yourselves the women, the children, the livestock, and everything else in the city. You may use everything that belongs to your enemies. You may use everything that belongs to your enemies. The Lord has given it to you. You see, this God could not even provide for his own children, for the people that he chose for himself. He could not provide for them. But he asked them to go and attack other people and take what belongs to them. If they refuse to surrender, buy them, unalive them, take their women, their children, and their livestock. Do whatever you want to do with it. This is what God told his chosen people to do to other people. And you claim that we are serving the same God. The master and the slave, how will they be serving the same God? You mean that this God will sit up there watching these other people maltreating these people? This one God, this all-loving, peaceful God. I wonder why they don't read this part of the Bible in the church. Why? I think it's because they don't want to show the evil side of their God. They don't want to show how narcissistic this man is, because this is not God. I know some of you will still come and argue. You start crying. You need the Holy Spirit to understand the Bible. You don't know how powerful God is. God chooses to do whatever he wants to do. This is a man that could not walk on his ego. The ego of the man has done a lot of harm on planets. This is why people go to war. The ego of the man. You see, These set of men who could not control their ego, they go to war and took what belongs to other people. This their God has never provided a place for them. All through the Old Testament, these people were busy fighting and collecting what belongs to other people. Read your book. This thing here is not God. I've said it before, and it can never be God, because the source can never be put in a book.